And welcome back to another episode of Trove Gaming. We are back again with Horizon Forbidden West. Day 3, part 3. Technically I skipped a day yesterday. I didn't get to play. But here we are. We have completed our little quest. And we need to speak to... Who do we need to speak to? Valdus. The rather pompous... What is he again? What is his technical role in this world? Trade with Stitcher. Nora Huntress. I believe that was our first outfit, was it not? Anyways, moving forward. Okay, not sure what happened there. The screen just went temporarily blank. Studious Valdus.
Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain says.
When I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, bit breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Baron Lightwood East. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
That guy literally's like, I have not got time for you. Come along, otherwise you're on your own, buddy boy. And he's gonna carry that by hand. How strong is this man? Superman.
Well, now that that's done,
Okay.
you can finally get underway.
Got some skill points to spend. Infiltrator. Silent Strike. We've already got that one. Passive boost. Deal more tear damage while in stealth, increasing the ability to remove an enemy's armor and parts. Stealth ranged. That's going to come in handy, especially when we're dealing with these campsites, I know for sure. We got 3 skill points, don't we? Yeah, I'm going to get my stealth up, because I know it's going to come in handy. Did we acquire that? That was a rather underwhelming thing. What's this stealth stalker? What have we got? A bloody Power Rangers morpher there. What the hell's that? You got a cloaking device. Oh wow. You can turn invisible. Invisibility cloak. Little bit of a mashup between Forbidden West and Harry Potter.
If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence.
New main quest, the embassy.
Maybe even a Gaia backup.
Where are these quests located?
Or poke around the dance some more first.
We're not going to take on any side quests for now. I think we'll get some main quests out of the way whilst we're here. Override a charger.
If I find a charger to override. I can override one of these chargers. I have to go in quiet so I don't spook the herd.
And off we go, simple as that. Listen, yeah, mind your business. Mind your own goddamn business, leave me alone. Is there some sort of bridge we can use? And off we go. So I think I'm going to try and find a nice balance between main quests and side quests. I know when I was playing the previous game, I was just doing main quests. Unless we needed to level up somewhat, because I'd already played the game before. But having said that, I don't think I did many side quests the first time around either. But with my first playthrough here, we do want to get a wholesome experience. I think this was like a skill in the first game as well, to be able to be mounted on the charger and pick up stuff off the ground. Nice sort of that blue luminous light coming from the charger and lighting up everything around in our path.
Barren light. The last part of the sun done before the Forbidden West. Encourage a horn. Against the embassy store, so. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here.
Who's in
First,
charge
let me
here?
supply at my stash.
I think we can. What we can do is, if we do see tasks, we can get the quests into our log.
Are
That way.
you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
I am. How did you know?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Ah, well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
Oh.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
How do you know who I
As
am?
much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
Oh, I'm
Alright.
sure you do.
Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Don't worry, mate. I'm working on it.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those
Salvage
gates open.
contracts. Okay, go to Barren Light.
There's Errand. That looks like he's had a few. Gentlemen,
That's our cue.
How did that guy get here so quick? And where is whatever his name, Valdis?
I mean, I'd ask you to join, but who'd be left to save the world, right?
Oh, stop pouting.
All right, now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So, whatever you need, ask away.
I was, wondering if you were able to lay Ursa to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
How have things been since
Your silent departure? Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I
Wadis.
thought that'd be a cakewalk.
That's
so
his
of course,
name, not
the
Valdis.
You
Wadis.
got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I think that is a major
don't
character
understand.
flaw
Just
in protagonists
You
in
sure
most
about this?
stories. Like, you generally don't have time to actually be
Saving the
concerned
world,
about your
that's-
friends.
That sounds like a lot for just one.
Errand.
We've been through this.
Can't blame me for trying. I guess what I'm really trying to say is, if you ever do need me,
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
yeah, don't count me. Be careful out there, Aloy.
It feels like you have better. The relationships seem more sincere and genuine in this one. Like, there's a lot more thought behind the speech, and conversations you're having with the NPCs and characters throughout the game. There's a lot more weight to what they say.
No one is allowed past this point. Commander Nozar's orders.
Commander who? Do you know who I am? I'm the savior.
Lighten up, Paid. You've got a thick wall.
Are you in charge around here?
Talk to Lawan.
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can
Studious
finally get things
Wadis.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has
Why?
signaled our
What is going
readiness,
on?
but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open, once the Tanakh have left.
That was a weird grin he had. Why was he grinning like that?
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
What if it involves saving the world?
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled.
Let me through.
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
Could have just done that for me.
There's the command.
How are we to hold an embassy with a
Studious
tribe that can't even govern their
Wadis.
own people?
And
What
Nozar.
more can you expect from
It's got a modern hairstyle, he has there.
Ahem.
Ah. Aloy, was it?
Yes. The one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
How many banners? I
This isn't
couldn't
some
see a single
forgotten
one.
corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West.
The Forbidden
If you
West.
don't like it, run back to Meridian. File a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Sounds like somebody's jealous.
Lucky for you, the savior of Meridian still has a few things she wants to take care of. Worth another look around the Daunt before the embassy. And Thurles mentioned there's a hunting grounds near here to train up.
I mean, is there anything we have to do in particular?
Savior, you're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian's savior, not yours.
It's just Aloy. What do you want?
Please, no one will listen. But the Eclipse... they're here in the Daunt.
Really, Conover? Aloy's the one that defeated them. You're bothering her with this hogwash now?
Some of them must have fled west after the battle at the Elite. I saw one of our sentries, Loravik, sneaking off to meet with one. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted me. And then fought back. It was him or me.
Unfortunately, there's no hard evidence that connects Larovic to the Eclipse. And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellow soldier, Nozar sentenced him to death.
What makes you so sure Larovic was working with the Eclipse?
Well, I was too far to hear everything. But I heard them both say the word Eclipse.
It's not the most
Well, that's
outlandish
damning
claim I've heard,
evidence,
but it's
if
up
any.
there.
Crying Eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death sentence.
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others are going to die too.
The meeting you witnessed. Did you hear anything else about their plans?
No. But the clearing where they met is just east of here, across the river.
A dozen soldiers have already searched it, Conover. There's nothing there.
I
Well.
can see things others can't.
Yeah, I'm
The
Aloy,
Eclipse are in the Daunt.
the savior of Meridian.
Thank you, Aloy. Sun bless your search.
Don't get your hopes up, soldier.
Sun bless your search. It's quite a nice, fare thee well.
How goes it, Hammerhead?
Alright, what have we got here? Trade with Hunter. Got a rope caster. A slicing shredder gauntlet. What the hell is that? These things are all fairly common materials. Nothing really worth upgrading here, I suppose. Weapon upgrades, outfit upgrades, trap crafting upgrade. Let's see if we can do a weapon upgrade. I need a Burrower sound shell. That's what I'm missing. Outfit upgrades. What do we need? Fanghorn antler. So these are probably things that we haven't come across yet, is what I can sort of assume. Let's do this quick clearing status thing. Let's just check what's gone on around here. Listen, Ball, why don't you just stand still so I can kill you and collect your meat? Can you can you just, you know,
This must be the clearing where Conover says he saw the Eclipse.
make my life a little bit easier?
Bloodstains. It's as good a place to start as any.
Well, it certainly looks like a crime scene. Clue number 1. Lots of blood. Open quests menu. Examine the blood. Pattern consistent with stab wound. You die, boar. Listen, you wandered straight up to me. Plus, I need all of this when I need upgrades. I learnt my lesson from the first game. If you don't kill wild boars, you cannot upgrade. Why does the blood need to be examined like that with triangle when you had your focus open?
Maybe my focus can tell me if there really was a third person here.
Okay, somebody's wandered through the bushes. Like a suspect.
Broken branches. Was someone up here? Faint tracks. Leading away from barren light. I should be able to follow them with my focus.
Yeah, but what are the chances that they're still going to be sort of hanging around
Let's see
anywhere?
where this leads. Maybe Conover wasn't lying after all.
Okay, he went this way. Then he went down here. Then he hid in here.
Lost the trail. There's too many machines walking around. Maybe I can pick up the tracks once I'm past them.
How convenient. These things, why are they always doing a sonic scan all over the place? They're not very trusting machines, are they? Silent yet deadly. I feel like right at the beginning of the game, they seemed a lot more alert. They're a bit more of a threat. Oi, sheesh. They definitely do pack a punch. Ay, ay, ay. Even as the weakest enemy in the game, you definitely don't want to mess with these guys.
Should be easy to follow the trail up ahead now.
How would it be any easier? I guess you can focus a bit more. Pardon the pun. Got a little bit more time to focus. Alright. Is there a... Can we see the trail? Where was the last... what was the last spot? Are we going up here?
I'll have use for these soon enough.
Okay, somewhere... I think somewhere down here, perhaps.
Blood.
There?
A lot of it.
Sorry, pig.
Whoever the runner was, this machine must have slashed him. Should be easy to follow the blood trail with my focus.
Follow the blood, and hopefully we can find our culprit. Went down here. Was there some sort of hidden path?
Someone set up a lookout down here. Bandages. Looks like the runner tried to treat their wounds before they went on. I should be able to...
What was that, a telephoto lens? What, he's got a telescope there.
Stash this away for later.
Okay, search for tracks.
Where did you go off to?
Where did you go from here? This guy's giving me the right runaround. And again, how long do these so-called tracks and signs last? I mean, unless he was just here like 5 minutes ago. What are you, smelling his BO? Then again, I'm not a professional tracker, so I would have no clue what I'm talking about.
The trail ends here. Must have climbed up to that cave. With that injury, I'll bet he's on his last legs.
Climbed up to what cave? Also, what am I climbing? How do I know where I'm climbing? There's no real indicator of... In the last game, I believe there was sort of like scratch marks along the rock where you could sort of tell, right, this is an indicator on the surface of which I can climb.
This looks like a good place for someone to hide.
These are cars. Were they cars in the first game?
we give up now, these are moving. We have to find Ezra.
In his shadow, we will...
We don't know Laravic's dead.
He hasn't shown at the rendezvous point.
It is the
Full guard killed him.
Eclipse.
We'll just have to blast our way.
But they look like the beta version. Like whoever's left and survived.
He's dead too. We'll track Vezra if we have to. But first we have to get past Barren Light.
They look like budget Eclipse.
Going fast and loud.
Conover was right. I have to stop them before they hurt anyone else.
Bloody hell.
Don't let up!
What am I doing? Why is my movement so weak? And also, why... Where did you come from? They seem to be attacking a lot more aggressively than the original Eclipse. Like Eclipse on steroids. Oh, bloody hell. Got him. Is anybody left? Okay, there's a few more of them down there. Before I wander off, I'm gonna collect some resources.
We have to mobilize! The shadow will rule!
NPC chat when they're like attacking you is still a bit dead, isn't it? Still like very 90s anime.
It takes care of that. And I'm sure there's more of them outside. I better be careful.
I'm pretty sure that was a headshot. It literally hit your head, but you got a mask, you got a helmet on, so I guess that helps you survive. Finally!
That takes care of that. It sounds like there's more Eclipse beyond the Daunt. If this Rayad was their only link to them, he might have a focus.
Rayad? Is that somebody I know? Have we come across a Rayad in the previous game? Walked into a bit of a trap here, haven't we? We were anticipating one guy that was supposedly injured and we would track. And now it's turned into a whole bloody infiltrating a base of Eclipse beta members. Who are actually quite alpha. And stronger than I anticipated.
I'm guessing that's what I was right. Rayad has a focus.
Does he have a face though? That's the better question.
Loyal Eclipse. If you're seeing this, it means you've left the Sundom in search of something to follow. Your journey is almost over. Follow the sun beyond the gates of Barren
So the Eclipse are still about. Then we have to worry about the Tanath?
gloam of future conquest. The new empire awaits.
Nope. Getting a bit Star Warsy out here.
I'll have to pay this Vezra a visit and crush his new Eclipse empire before it begins. There's coordinates here, out past Barren Light. Rayad's mask should be enough to prove Conover's innocence. I better take it back to Barren Light.
Can I climb up? No? Okay, that's our side quest for this session done. So no more side quests for today. Just main quests. Moving forward. And I guess now that you have, I guess, a little bit more freedom with how you conduct the game, it's a little bit more enjoyable. That sort of familiar play from the first game is now coming back. But like I said, I'm sort of still rather disappointed that we're not seeing anything new as of yet, which is yet to come, I'm sure, as the game progresses. Was there an action there? Oh, we can pry it open. Search engine crate. Oh yes, those famous engine crates in cars. I mean, these must be cars... Well, I'm assuming electric cars then. Maybe. There's an engine crate. Or maybe somebody took the engine out and just put a crate in there and they just labelled it as engine crate. As opposed to it sort of being designed as an engine crate straight out in the factory. So I guess, yeah, still my thoughts on the game. Does it feel like Horizon 2 Forbidden West? It kind of just feels like Horizon 1.5. Which is, yeah, again, it's just a little bit disappointing. And I think most PlayStation 5 games to this point have been rather disappointing, considering the PlayStation 5 has been out for nearly, what, 15 months, is it? Something like that. Coming up to nearly a year and a half. And we haven't really seen anything groundbreaking. Now, is it the case that sort of technology has plateaued and, you know, we're not really going to see anything that's going to, you know, really astonish us for another 4 or 5 years, or next gen of consoles, or PlayStation 5 Pro or something like that? Which is a shame, a real shame, because I think there was a lot of anticipation for this next set of consoles, next-gen consoles, PS5 and Xbox, whatever it is. It's not 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X? I don't actually know. But yeah, that hasn't been the case, sadly. And every sort of review and game I've played, I've sort of said this time and time again, like...
Looks like he's had a few.
Look alive, soldier. She's
The
back.
games just feel like a little bit of a disappointment.
Did you find anything?
Eclipse fugitives were camped out on the other side of the forest. And they were getting ready to fight their way through Barren Light. You just helped save a lot of lives.
Good,
Aloy,
good man.
You know I believe you. But Nozar, he might not be convinced by your words alone.
If he needs proof, show him that. And tell him the man he's got locked up risked his life to expose and eliminate an Eclipse spy.
Huh. I guess you are his savior. Congratulations, soldier. You're a free man. I'll have you out of there before sunfall. I'll make sure this gets to Nozar.
That's it then. The end of the Eclipse.
Well, it's just most likely probably the beginning of the Eclipse.
Trespassers you mentioned?
Eclipse
The ones who got through Barren Light weeks ago.
1.5.
Their leader's dangerous. And he's out there, in the Forbidden West, building up an army.
There's a lot of hype leading up to this Forbidden West. I hope it really lives up to the name.
I want to help. I can fight.
And it doesn't ultimately become the underwhelming West.
Once you're out of that cell, you should enjoy your freedom. You've earned it.
Take them out, Savior.
Shadow from the past. Do we get any XP for that? Not a lot, not a lot. Got some skill points though, which is good. We are gonna need, yeah, we're gonna need those. Carry more smoke bombs. Low profile boost, reduce your visibility to enemies. Like stealth. That is what is gonna help us in those early stages. Okay, skill learnt. Stealth Stalker, Valor Surge. Activate a cloaking device based on Stalker technology to decrease visibility to enemies. Aiming a weapon or using melee attacks temporarily deactivates the device. Okay. And then we can obviously upgrade those as those goes on. So there's quite a lot of these special attacks now. And I'm guessing we're going to need it because the enemies most likely would be a lot tougher. Shadow in the West. It's a new side quest. Go to the Eclipse hideout coordinates. Level 10. So probably don't want to do that. Quests. Main quest, the embassy, level 7 is probably the one we want to do. Probably the errands and stuff like that I'll probably do off stream.
Nora, only our annoyance.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself.
Do you know who I am? I've defeated enemies 10 times your size. Oh god. I thought I got rid of you. I thought I lost you, buddy.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself!
Dowager Queen? Who's that?
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Var.
Hi, Aaron.
What's happening? You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it. Arrest her.
I'd like to see you try.
Arrest me on what grounds?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let it through, boys. Saving the world.
That's all it took. I've been asking you to let me through. And what? This drunken man stands up, gives him 2-minute speech, and then you open the gates.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
I mean, why were you trying to go without him anyways? He has proved useful. Kind of. You have equipped a Valor Surge. Valor Surges are extremely powerful, rare abilities that you can instantly turn the tide of fight. Build up your Valor Surge bar.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
What? Not enough
I
points.
guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
I don't know what that means. So, I've unlocked an ability which I can't use yet. Why? What's going on here? There's also sort of a given that everybody speaks the same language, which I don't think should be the case.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
Well, he doesn't look very happy.
Walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold!
Hold. Who's this?
She's telling the truth about one thing.
Big boss.
She's not Karja.
Finally, somebody with
Nora from the Savage East.
somebody with some sense.
And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
Also, they are barefoot. Surely this is not practical when traversing lands with stones.
A fearless, red-headed Nora.
What does my hair have to do with anything?
Must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun. You'll have to forgive my comrades. Tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble.
I'm just here to save lives, man.
You say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tenakth, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete.
A lot of detail on the bodies as well. You can sort of see his body hair as well.
Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
Right.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you.
But
the burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands.
a cheap knife.
And it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Wasn't that hard, was it? Could have just put it up already. Jesus.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners.
So this group of people have clearly taken a lot of inspiration, I believe, from Native American heritage.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth get
And then sort of fused that.
But enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
I can't wait around all day. I've literally spent too much time just getting to this line.
The Karja have opened the gates.
To be fair, if you're trying to make peace and have a sort of political understanding between people who have been fighting and don't really see eye to eye, do you really want to bring studious wadis to the situation? Literally throwing petrol
As the sun
onto the
rises
flames.
over a land at war,
I would have
so
shot him
too
there.
can it set over a land at peace. Today is such.
Yeah, there you go.
Hear me, Marshal!
marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Hikaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaro has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need
Well,
more than toothless threats
let's-
to intimidate us. Exile.
Hang on a minute. She's got a velociraptor. How is she doing that? Why is it listening to her?
Lancers! Form up!
Normal people can't use machines. Only I can. Right, now we've definitely seen an upgrade.
They're riding machines.
Now we're seeing something new, something fresh. They must...
Silence.
Oh, it has to be silence work, doesn't it? Yeah.
Vashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archers! Light them up!
It doesn't have to be like this.
Get to cover!
At least it wasn't pinned on us. We weren't branded the traitor. The thing is, whose side are they gonna go to?
Archers! Keep them back!
I'm liking this. A spicy bit of betrayal.
Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
So this was a calculated attack. They've been planning this for some time. And you can't sit there and tell me that nobody had any clue.
They're not gonna make it.
Maybe you should have Studious or Wadis recite a poem for them and put them to sleep.
Open the gates!
Do not open the gates.
Open the gates!
Yes, that's the best part of the game. So glad he died early. We don't have to listen to his rubbish.
Fire at will!
What the hell were they doing the whole time? They were just standing there with a dick in their hands.
What happened? Can you see?
All I can see.
It's just us now.
What do you mean, what happened? Can you see?
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
You were here the whole time.
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
How the hell would... Oh, this is not a fair fight.
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
Where are they? Where are they coming from?
Here they come! Time to fight!
Quickly, down! Get the rider!
Do you need ammo? Now! What? While they're missing their armor!
Yeah! You can finish her!
Can you use it?
Help them out!
Your melee attacks are certainly a lot more effective, I think, in this game. I feel like in the first game, like, melee was just not an option. Especially in the beginning, anyways. Right, that was a headshot. Ah! I didn't actually need that. Did he just buck his own teammate?
Finish her from red!
Ooh.
Machine down! Get the rider! Take him out! You alright? One more! He should have.
Is he dead whilst on the machine? What happened? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is the sky then gone red? Where did this... I was gonna say, where did the fire come from, but obviously they were shooting flaming arrows before. What is the point of this armor? That armor looks quite tough. How are arrows penetrating that armor? Nice shot. Jesus Christ. Alright, they've certainly upped the ante on the sort of like cutscenes and cinematics. Ooh, there's a lot going on. And I feel like we only got this like maybe towards the end of the last game where it felt like a full-on like battle. Right, I think your horsey's broken, mate. Oh, poor lad. He just got back on as well. Right, I'm not gonna mess with those.
Here it comes! I'll take this one!
We absolutely pummeled them. I may have spoken too soon though. Alright, no. Just about got it. Well, that's what you get for messing with the Savior. The Savior of Meridian. Enough. Excuse me.
You! Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Yeah, we'll see about that, buddy.
Chief, grant me the honor of this
Oh,
challenge.
this might be our first official boss fight.
Granted.
Oh, you got a belly flop. Oh, hang on a minute. He's got all... Where'd you get all these tools from? Excuse me.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it.
It's morphin' time.
That shield will break if I hit hard enough.
Bloody hell. What? What? Excuse me.
To break his guard.
I'm sorry, how am I supposed to beat this guy?
There! Now's my chance! Give it up! Need more of this ammo. Shields regenerated.
What is your head made of concrete as well? How is that not?
You're not stopping me! Shield's gone. He's vulnerable.
Literally, I'm firing the arrows into your head, mate. What are you talking about? How are you? I mean, this guy will one attack you. Hey. I mean, he was relentless. That was tough. Because they could have made that a little bit harder, where he had sort of like one.
Come down here and face me.
Like a powerful attack that just absolutely knocked you for 6.
Challenge. You've earned your life today.
No, what do you mean no?
Mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja.
Yeah, but you cheated. It was an ambush. It wasn't a fair fight. What are you talking about? And you have a velociraptor. Well, he's not going to be able to walk ever again.
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you?
I have to. Who else is going to do it?
Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
What was that? What was that camera movement? They could have just, you know, fixed that up slightly. Even with the cinematics, they've not made it into a cinematic, you know what I mean? I think they could have, some of those more intense sequences, they could have made it into a proper cinematic sequence with
I got you.
Nice little time lapse there to show time has passed, but the gates are opened, even though they shouldn't be. Technically.
It's salvage time, boys.
Look who it is. The scroungers coming in at the last minute after I've done all my hard work. That's my scrap. Excuse me. He had this tool. Yeah, I want the shield. Give that to me.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
What is this alien technology? Also, I want a pet velociraptor. Where can I get one of those?
We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. No Tsar, Wadis,
I don't think anyone's too sad that Wadis is gone.
What do you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know.
Well,
But it's
the
worth
plot
looking into.
is certainly
While
thickening.
you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out.
Why is it my job to do absolutely everything? Can nobody take care of themselves?
There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Questions about the West.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
I need to be on my
Yeah,
way.
we don't want too much information. Some of the game still needs to remain a mystery.
And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
That's good to know.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Alright, alright, alright. What we got? Some skill points. Got some XP. Face paint. The Shield Wing is an energy-based glider repurposed from machine technology. Hold square while in the air to deploy and glide. Tap circle to stop gliding. I think this is something that I said we needed in the last game. And they, you know, of course, you know, just mere weeks before the game was released, they listened to me and put it into the game. Probably what happened.
Here to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regala's machine riders.
I'm not really sure how these Valor points work either.
Find a way to fix
It
the
hasn't really
world,
been explained.
like Elizabeth would.
Just looting to make sure I have all the resources I need for upgrades, arrows.
The woman who led the ambush, Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence.
Silence.
What's his angle?
Go to the coordinates recovered from the spire.
It worked! Well, okay. Guess I can leap off just about any cliff now.
And that is going to be very handy.
Wings holding up?
I like the way it looks as well.
It's taking over the land out here too.
And it's just, it adds to that, you know, the aesthetic of the whole game.
Looks like something's going
Sort
on.
of tribal fused with that future tech. Look who it is.
If it isn't the savior of Meridian.
The
and
Scrounger.
of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing.
It's quite the character there.
Oh, nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barren Light is thankful you drove them off.
I feel like you had something to do with
your
it.
salvage
I
operation.
don't think I should trust
You
you.
won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would.
Let me guess, it's going to cost an arm and a leg.
I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Is that right?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Laren can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Look, their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
I'm counting on you, Aloy. Aloy, you managed?
I'm working on...
What can I trade? These probably have no real use, do they? Pristine skull. Valuables to sell. Key upgrade resources. So it's broken it down for you so you know what to keep and what to sell, essentially. Which is useful. I mean, it's helpful.
Good call.
Alright. Where am I going? We gotta go. The signal is all the way down there. Death's Door. Am I gonna go all the way there?
Might want to read that contract before going on the hunt.
Let's get to a campfire as well, actually.
There's a lot of ancient wrecks out here. Must have been a huge battle.
Some trouble up ahead.
The old ones. They gave everything they had to slip down the postmark.
Excuse me. That didn't work. trying to mute my mic as I was trying to cough, and then I muted it and I coughed right into the mic and it just picked up everything there. For some reason I got a tickle in my throat, I don't know why.
If it isn't the hero of the day. Sure, I'm glad you came by when you did.
So many different NPCs, like they've made sure that they've tried to vary everybody's faces and looks and what they're wearing and clothing, and it's
they opened the gates, you know, after that embassy of theirs.
and each NPC is like very animated as
Seeing
well.
how we almost got minced to pieces just now, I'm guessing things didn't go so well.
You could say that.
Excuse me.
It's not like No Man's Land was safe to begin with. But I didn't think I'd have to worry about this enact the neutral territory. And now, they're riding machines.
If you were headed back to Barren Light, why did you stop here?
We ran across some ruins nearby. Thought we'd take a gander, find some good salvage. But the place is full of weird red crystals. Can't get through the stuff. So we ended up making camp here. First thing tomorrow, though, we head straight to Barren Light. Should probably send a message to our crew down at Jagged Deep about all this, too.
Jagged Deep?
It's a dig site by this big lake down south. Old world scrap everywhere. Can't miss it. And that's my cue. Here. Thanks for
He
helping us
clearly
out.
didn't want you to just...
Maybe I'll get into
yeah,
more
he's like,
trouble
come
and
on,
see you around."
speed it up, Gelda. My ribs are broken. Deploy smoke bombs to confuse nearby enemies and escape back into stealth. Smoke bombs can also be used underwater. Oh, Blaze. I felt Blaze was probably a bit more abundant in the first game.
Looks like this door's locked.
Maybe there's another way in.
Okay, let's see what we can find around here. This crate might be useful. I don't want to work this close.
Well, it didn't reveal anything, but okay. What's the crate for then? I saw some sort of battery signal sign. What's this?
Crystals growing on the wall. I don't think there's anything I can do about them.
It's probably an upgrade you'll need that you'll get at a later point. I feel like there's more to this place though. It can't just be this.
Well, without a way to get through those red crystals, there's not much I can do. Better move on for now.
Okay, so the game's sort of telling you, move on. Nothing to do here. You probably have to come back. Maybe you need a certain type of arrow, flame arrows, fire arrows.
A relic. How do I get to it?
Yeah, I mean, like she said, there's no... What was that crate for, though? On the other side? With games this big, it's often like, you don't want to miss things, because the chances of you coming back here are slim to none. At least you remember, like, yeah. Remember that crate I left.
Top of me.
Was it just to jump up here, though? No, that can't be it. Because there's some red stuff down there as well, isn't there? Well, either way, this place involves having to defeat some red mushrooms and crystals, and I do not have the skill set to do that. So, I should probably go to the Tall Neck to get a lay of the land. That'll probably be the best thing to do from here. How does this environment look? Is it significantly different from what we've seen before? No. But does it look exactly the same either? Also no. So familiar, yet different. Different enough for you to go, is this a new game? So if I saw... What is that?
I could freeze that machine.
Skydrifter. That does not look friendly. If I get onto that tool neck, that should give me... Okay, it's a lot further away than I thought. These ancient machines, though, they're just frozen in time. As if they've looked into the eyes of Medusa.
I'm still getting a signal from my focus.
I can see the tool neck now. Question is, how do I get up onto it?
Tall neck. If I override it, I can get data on the surrounding area.
And a great way they've sort of incorporated that feature of, how does one get a lay of the land? Let's just stick a robotic giraffe in there. Okay, those things do not look friendly. The machines out here, they've got like these advanced scanners.
Should be able to reach that tall neck easily enough. The machine could swoop down.
You didn't see a thing. Listen, you didn't see anything. They all make different sounds as well, that's the other thing. Whoa! They've got all these new attacks. They're definitely not like the machines from the first game.
Shoot without it.
Mother of mercy, come on. They're like the creatures from the first game. Excuse me.
I'll have to find another way.
They look like the creatures from the first game on steroids.
I must be playing something.
I'm sorry. How did I do a critical strike? How am I still getting hit?
Satellite dishes.
Yeah, what the hell? What sort of failsafe is this where...
What is that? A power generator?
Why?
Still in this fight.
Bloody hell, these things want blood. It's morphin' time. How can I... Why can I not, do a silent strike? If I'm invisible, why? How can they still see me? Okay, this thing is a generator. What can I do with this?
This must have generated power at some point. It's dead now.
It's dead now. Is that it? There's nothing more we can do with this?
I can grab this for my stash later.
This is all the information the game's gonna do. Give us with regards to this matter.
Has to be a way up this thing.
Yes, this ladder. Secretly tucked away using this plastic chair. How did they get the chair in there? That's what I want to know.
A console. No power though.
Again, how are you going through the ladder? It did not do this in the first game. That's
Climb any higher, but looks like this thing can rotate. If I can figure out a way to turn the power back on, I might be able to move things around and find a way up.
turn the power back on. Are you telling me I can't get to the tool neck based on that? That's it. That's as far as I go. Or is there something more to this? Okay, no, we can go forward. It's not a case of you need to go get something later on in the game.
A power cell. Disconnected from the main power line.
Okay, what do I do then?
This should get that generator below the dish going. There's the generator. Bet this power cell can get it running.
And there we have it. Power is back on. I did see something laying on the ground while I was up there. Is it just something that I could collect? It looked like something important. Maybe I was mistaken. Alright, I'm gonna ignore it for now. No, it was here, wasn't it? And this, I remember when the first game came out, it was one of the most beautiful things you could do in the game was climb. I'm going to call it the giraffe because the names are coming to me. The giraffe's neck, and sort of get a lay of the land and see sort of the sun setting in the distance.
Error. Dish alignment incomplete. Motor function impeded.
Right, now what? And they've sort of made this into a little side quest of its own now. Which I like, which I think is an interesting take. It's not just as simple as run up a cliff and time it.
The shear's jammed. I'm still not high enough to reach the tarmac. I can take the dish. Climb higher.
Find a way to untangle the dish, okay. And again, it's just a simple task, yet makes, elevates the experience. Makes it more memorable, makes it stand out, and I like that they've done that.
Just gotta find the right spot. Looks like I'm ready to glide onto the tarmac. Just gotta time it right.
No, I won't be able to do it from here. I've got to do it from maybe here. Nope. What is the highest point? I feel like this is the highest point. What did I need to catch onto? I didn't need to catch onto the head. I just needed to get on to one of the yellow posts. That was rather stupid of me. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to the head from there. It's a bit of effort now to go all the way back. I can imagine missing it again and having to do this from the top, but hopefully I time it a little bit better this time round. I'm really going to eat those words about how making this more of a challenging experience really elevates the game. And why they couldn't have done something simple like, you know, just run on top of a hill. What do I need to get onto? That's... Alright. That was a bit... yeah, a little bit... It wasn't perfect, that timing. It's kind of a bit sketchy, that. Right, yeah. What prompted that? What says to you, I need to now descend? Clearly we're going upwards.
There we go. Time to override the big
There we go. And now we have a lay of the land. First tallneck of Forbidden West done. And I love that. Still a really, really good. Wow. So if we look at the map is it's a fairly big map. But it's also quite dense. There's a lot going on in the map. Maybe... Is there more? I feel like maybe the map is a little bit smaller than the first game. Maybe. But I feel like it's a lot more dense. There's a lot of things going on here. Yeah. Maybe I can go to the campfire. I'm trying to think whether I should go all the way down to the next main quest. No, I think I should. That way I can save and then I can start from there right away. And that's probably how I will end today's video. Let me just save while I'm here. Not really sure why the screen still needs to go blank. Maybe it's an indicator that the game has saved, but I'm sure they could have done that another way and made it look slightly more organic and natural. I think some added detail we maybe could have seen on this kind of terrain, because it's a little bit more dusty, is some of that as you're running. Slight imprints in the ground, maybe. I know the surface is pretty hard, but you are going to leave something in the ground. Because you do have, like, sort of the dust. It's very cheap looking dust. They haven't done it very well, but it's just sweeping over the floor. Like, what is that? Come on, it's like PS1 graphics. Some aspects of the game they've just been very, very lazy. And I find that really disappointing, where they've spent, you know, hours and hours and hours putting these intricate fine details, you know, the water, and you sort of got the all the different plants, flora, you know, densely populated in these areas, such variety. And then simple things like, you know, just dust flowing over. It just looks a little bit cheap. I feel like maybe they could have been, either make it more subtle, it was barely noticeable, or actually put in proper effort and make it a little bit better. Same with the sort of bubbling green gas slash fluid slash toxic waste we saw yesterday or the day before.
Coordinate silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he know Hades on another type?
They just could have done a little bit better, done a slightly better job.
There's a culvert here.
How is this on the surface? How? Why is it? If there's a crocodile in that water and you've just asked for help, I'm going to be very, very angry. Just run away. No. Help has arrived. Of course it has. Where am I? Sometimes during combat you do get lost in like crevices and like in between boulders and stuff, and you sort of lose your understanding of where you are. So going underwater is a big part of this game, because you do... Ah, yeah, so yeah, I mean the map's smaller, but you forget that there's a lot of underwater exploration as well, I'm assuming. I mean, if we're going by what we saw in the trailer, so that may be a big part of the game as well moving forward. We may be sort of diving down into the depths of Atlantis.
This is it.
It's
Location
definitely
of the coordinates I scanned from the spire.
definitely trouble brewing around here.
Workshop underneath a dead Horus Titan. Just the kind of place Silence would slink away to. But what was he doing here?
Poor Hades. So...
I don't want to listen to Silence. Actually, no, I probably should, shouldn't I?
Poor Hades. So cramped in there. No room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more
Silence put a
comfortable.
lot of work into
Until
forcing Hades to
interrogations
talk.
begin anyway.
Alright, let's see if we can do any upgrades as well. Weapon upgrades, have we got enough? I don't think we do. Still haven't got that Burrower sound shell. Can't do the outfit upgrade either. How do we make... Can we make a new type of arrow? When do we get that? I completely forget when we're doing that. Pouch upgrades. More arrows. That would be useful. J Wishbone. Okay. Looking for a J Wishbone, are we? I may start some of this. Just looking at the time now, we're coming up to an hour 30, 34. I may do a bit of an extended play here. Okay, we're supposed to stay here then. Keeps it viable against higher level enemies. Well, I can't upgrade my stuff.
That device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Not right now. Okay.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead. A perfect cage for our mutual friend, Hades, in order to render it cooperative. Tell her what we discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life.
Signal only meant for me. Signal was received for 7.22 years and ceased. Cannot compromise. Can I reboot?
Well, he certainly sounds like he's on his last leg. Doesn't sound too good, does he?
Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
He thinks he's got it all figured out. Bastard. I guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb.
Follow the orb's trail, well, yeah. The thing probably weighed about 2 tons, so we can clearly see where it's been dragged along.
Well, I better see where this trail leads.
I feel like we're certainly going to get more than we bargained for at the end of this. Certainly walking into a trap.
So here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he
Deja vu.
rigging his lance to steal Hades. The crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it. And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull.
Frost Glint Hawk. Weak against fire. Weak against electricity. Scrapper.
Good time to pull out shock ammo.
Scrapper. The problem is, I don't have much shock ammo. Don't know why I was laughing though. Yeah, my weapons certainly aren't up to scratch. I need stronger arrows. Still got that bird in the sky as well. Good old big bird. Which seems to be rather tame for most of this fight. Hasn't been doing much. Yeah, you can piss right off, mate. See, Big Bird was well behaved up to now. Critical strike for you. Okay. Yeah, each fight that we've come across is getting harder. So it's still a challenge, and I think that was the good thing about the game, especially the first game. I noticed that even as you got stronger, the enemies leveled up accordingly. So you're always, regardless of where you were in the game, you're always going to be in a pickle. Now, if you come back to, earlier parts of the game, as you would naturally do as the story progresses, you're going to find that your arrows and bows do a lot more damage, and you're going to be stronger, killing enemies. But as you're progressing and going through the game, enemies level up accordingly with different abilities, different attributes. And that's the one thing that this game sort of forces you to do. You have to learn about the enemies, the ins and outs, the weaknesses, so you're not just wasting arrows, you're utilizing all the tools that the game is giving you.
So Silence must be pretty confident.
I remember, yeah,
Gaia.
which I wasn't doing on my second time playing the game. I kind of was just like relying on
They've all been dead ends.
bows
All backups
and arrows.
purged. So what did Hades tell him?
What is that?
I'll mark this spot in my focus. Come back later.
Metal flower. Listen, we don't need trouble. How? I'm up here. How are you still kicking me? What do I do with this? There's something in here. Metal flower sprouting organic vines, invulnerable to impact, special gear required to clear. Okay. So special gear, which I do not have as of yet. So there's quite a lot of stuff in the game that kind of crops up early on. It's like, well, you need to progress further to come back and finish this off.
Didn't expect to see anyone else out
Oh,
here.
there! What's Honora
Maybe
doing
he
this
needed a
far
resupply.
west? Ah, no matter, no matter. I can get you stocked up for the wild.
I'll save the extra stock for later.
Yeah, if there's one thing I need to stock up on the old herbs, the old healing herbs. Because my weapons certainly aren't up to scratch. How did he drag this all the way up here? That's what I want to know. Because a common theme in this game seems to be we can move items that weigh 3 tons with ease and no explanation at all. Can I upgrade arrows? What? Weapons, coils. But the coil slot is locked. Unlock this coil slot by upgrading this weapon at the workbench. Can I upgrade these? No. Because I feel like we need to do something. There's no way... There's no way we can progress. That is a burrower, isn't it? No, that's not a burrower. That's something else. Something else completely dangerous that we don't want to risk fighting now. And it's the fact that you need these specific rare items to get the upgrades done.
Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize.
Okay, so we know how he dragged the thing here.
That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. And that door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn.
Well, this is not good.
Hades? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the Aloy. Come to destroy
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia back up. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Sylens asked you where to find a backup of Gaia?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy. What did Sylens do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error, memory structures disintegrated.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
What, like...
Well, isn't that
anything
sweet?
you knew at the Spire? Okay. That's not going anywhere.
It doesn't look like I can get much out of
Sylens
him.
questioned you about the mysterious signal. The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Can you stop talking in riddles? Just give me what I need. Just give me the straight answer, man, for goodness sake. Who is your master? Who sent you? Who woke you up? Who wants to destroy the planet? Where do I need to go?
Do you know where Sylens went?
No, he departed 12.8 days ago. Perhaps he...
12 days ago? He's probably in Horizon 3 by now.
Data error, behavior prediction structures disintegrated.
Right,
So
we get
you
it.
don't know anything more than I do.
We understand your functionality is very limited.
Do you know why Sylens dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is square. Data error, memory structures disintegrated. My deathbed, he called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside.
Right. I think I'm gonna go.
It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia?
Aloy thinks it's time for you to go to sleep.
Yeah. Aloy
Night,
does.
night. Hades.
You are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked-out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times. Hades extinction.
What? You remember this?
Yeah. How do you remember this? But you don't know where Sylens went. 12 days ago.
Years 25421612168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Master override arms. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
What can of worms have we opened now? There has to be an enemy boss here. There was 2 workbenches back to back. There's no way it needed me to do an upgrades.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, you can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research, as demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Ooh, hitting me where it hurts.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Well, you could have led with that.
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the Hades extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing. But yes.
It's a trap. There's no way Hades willingly gave up that information.
Are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
I should kill you while I can.
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
Not when you've been running amok.
Denial, Silence.
Take it any way you want.
Did Hades reveal the source of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Yes, it did.
Care to share?
No.
In due time.
Of course not. Because nothing's ever easy or straightforward with this man.
Still had a super intelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required Hades to take effect. Delete Hades from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. Go get a backup.
All right.
As you command.
For a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
He says...
Me again, Silence. And our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you. And I say, you're welcome.
He really knows how to push my buttons, doesn't he? Good old Silence.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Soga. Please step inside.
Oh.
Please step inside. Please step inside.
Are you kidding me?
So it's this red fungus.
I think we're in luck.
In luck? The door is completely messed up.
Obviously. But despite the malfunction, you can still get through. If you'll be patient for a while longer. See those crystals there? The Osram call them fire gleam. They're combustible. Not nearly powerful enough to blast through a door like that.
But maybe just enough to jolt it open a bit more.
Exactly. It will only work with an igniter. I'm sending you the schematics now. To build it, you'll need some machine parts and the oil from a kindleweed plant. That only grows underwater, but you should be able to find some in the nearby lake. The parts are more complicated. You'll need a spark coil from within a Leap Lasher's power cell. Remove the power cell before you kill the machine, or else it'll break.
Got it.
Well, they certainly haven't made this easy. I think that's where I'm going to call it today. Otherwise, I'm going to be just doing task after task, and we'll never come to a natural breaking point in the game. But a lot covered in this round. Today's session did almost 2 hours. Certainly the plot has thickened. Getting some more clues as to the direction of the game now. It's not as vague as it was in the beginning, which is good. Good. Thank you for tuning in as always. Excuse me, my voice is still recovering slowly and steady. And we'll be back again with another episode of Trove Gaming very, very soon.